Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Empowerment with Elizabeth. Today I am here with my sweet new friend Zoe, and she's going to chat with us about being a state title holder and her prep for Miss America's Teen. So, Zoe, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for having me today. So, my name is Zoe Zuzak. I am a 17-year-old rising senior at Mountain Ridge High School, and I'm your recently, well, not so much recently, but newly crowned Miss Maryland's Teen 2024.
I love it. I love it. So, talk to us about your start in pageantry. When did you start? How did you get involved? And how did it get you to where you are now?
So, I started in pageantry about 2 years ago, but my start in pageantry, my interest in pageantry really grew to help me even become into the Miss America organization. So, I watched my cousin on the Miss local stage, I guess, for Miss Maryland's teen. And at that point, I just really wanted to be on the stage. So by the time I was able to age up into the teen division, we contacted one of the girls that she had contacted to get her start in pageantry. And so that's how I got my start into my first local in the Miss America organization. And she also helped me through my journey to Miss Maryland's teen throughout these 2 years.
I love it. I love it. And obviously, one of the major parts of competing is having a talent. So, talk to us about your talent. Tell us what it is and how you go about selecting a piece for state and then now nationals.
So my talent is jazz dancing. I've been dancing since I've been 2 years old. So that's 15 years of dancing. So I'm glad that I'm able to put that on the Miss America stage and able to share my love for dancing on that stage. And I can't wait to prep and give it all my all at nationals.
I love it. I love it. And obviously, that's just one phase of competition. There's four. So, talk to us about your favorite phase of competition and why that phase is your favorite.
I love evening gown. And this was my favorite recently this year too, because I was able to not only help design my evening gown, but also put my own customizations on it. So we actually bought my evening gown as the base. So it was just like the blue velvet with the overskirt. And I was able to send it off and get it rhinestoned. And then once we got it altered, some of the rhinestones fell off. So at that point, I knew I had to customize it myself. And I actually put hidden Mickeys on all of my competition wear.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I love that. And that's perfect for Disney too. Look at you
I'm a,
think.
I'm a big Disney fan.
I love it. I love it. And one of the other phases of competition is interview. So a big part of that is your CSI. So talk to us about what your CSI is, what you've been doing with it, and what your plans are for your year as Miss Maryland's teen.
So my CSI is called Sparkling Science, and it's all about helping kids become interested in science. I started this because looking back on my elementary career, going through elementary school, I realized I was learning from a textbook. And that's not super fun. But my mom was a seventh grade life science teacher, so she always brought home science experiments that I was able to do at my kitchen counter. And going through middle school and even high school, I realized I wasn't getting the science education that I needed or the hands-on science education. And joining pageantry, I realized this could be my platform. So I've been able to post science videos and go into classrooms of bringing hands-on science experiments that kids really enjoy. And I've been able to reach over 10,000 people, not just from the state of Maryland, but from across the nation. And as Miss Maryland's teen, I would like to reach people in all counties, not just where I live in Western Maryland.
I love that. I love that. And this question is probably the trickiest, so I'll give you a second to think if you need to. But I want to know why you think this year specifically the judges selected you to represent the state.
Hmm. I mean, after my meeting or like the after party that we kind of had with the judges after I was crowned, they all came up to me and congratulated me on winning. But they also said that they always looked for me on stage, that I was kind of the teen that they were looking for. And that I really honored that and was very humbled by that because I loved, and that's what I wanted to go into Miss Maryland Week being, is having fun and being a teen on stage and not taking it too seriously.
I love that. I love that. And obviously, up next is Miss America's Teen, which is so exciting. So talk to us about the prep that you're doing. What are you focusing on with your preparation?
So I've been in the studio weekly practicing my talent or practicing technique for my talent. I've been able to go out to Ohio and experiment with gowns, figuring out what I would like to do. And I'm going back in August to design my gown. And yeah, it's really just kind of being all over the state and making appearances. I mean, one of my favorite appearances has been the 4th of July parades. I was in 3 counties, including the state of Washington, or not the state, but the District of Washington, D.C., to be able to be in 3 parades, which was over 475 miles put together.
Oh my goodness, you had a busy 4th of July. That is so funny. I love it. So you said you've been traveling all over the place. You've been doing all these appearances. So tell me what your favorite thing is about your state.
I love that. And one of the things that I heard, this was, I think, last year, that Maryland is kind of like the United States in little because it has four seasons, it has the mountains, it has the beaches, and the best part about it is the crabs. So, I mean, bringing it into the United States in miniature, I kind of love that about it.
I love that. That's super sweet. Okay, final question. If you could give one piece of advice to a girl competing at Miss Maryland's teen next year, what would it be?
I think it would be to go in having fun and that you're going to come out of it with more experience than you went in with. Whether you win, whether you come out as top eight, not even making the cut, you're going to learn something. And that's one thing that I took away from this year. And also not taking it too seriously. Whenever I went my first year for Miss Maryland's teen, I went in way too seriously, thinking that like, I just needed the crown to succeed. But going in this year, I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to make new friends. I wanted to build my connections on stage and with the judges and being more confident in myself. So having that option of just having fun and coming out with more experience that I went with, that's one piece of advice I give to someone.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Zoe, for coming on and chatting with us about you and your title and all the amazing things you've been doing. And just know that we'll be rooting you on this year.
Thank you so much. It was so great talking to you.
Of course. And I will see the rest of you guys on our next episode. Bye, y'all.